So this is the video for the Math 1 EOC Inactive numbers 1 through 5 explanations. The first problem says Jesse's bus rides to school is 5 minutes more than 2/3 the time of Robert's bus ride. So 5 minutes more than, 5 minutes plus, more than what? 2/3 the time. That means multiply Robert's time. Which graph shows the possible times of Jesse's bus ride? The first thing you want to do is write an equation. Okay? They're telling you that Jesse's going to be 5 plus 2/3 Robert's time. And then when you look at the graph, you can see that Robert's time represents the x-axis. So another way of saying that is J is equal to 5 plus 2/3 x. When I write it that way, I know that this is my y-intercept and this is my slope. So the first thing I'm going to do is look for graphs that have a y-intercept of 5. The ones that don't, I'm going to cross out. Now it is between C and B. I need to find where it goes to a corner, and I need to find a slope of 2/3. This is up 3 and over 2. That's 3 over 2. This is up 2 and over 3, which is 2/3, which is what I want, so my answer is B. The next one says, what scenario could be modeled by the graph below? The first thing I should do is write an equation. I realize that my y-intercept is 5. I can see that it's going through these corners. So that's telling me that I went down 2 and over 1. So I know that this equation is y negative 2x plus 5. I didn't put a symbol in there because I know it's an inequality symbol because of the shading. It's shaded below, so it needs to be less than. And because it's a solid line, it's or equal to. So that is the equation of the picture. Now if I look at my answer choices, it says the number of pounds of apples y minus 2 times the number of angles is at most. Okay? If you'll notice, all the answer choices said at most. That means they're all going to be less than or equal to. So if I turn this into an equation, this should say y minus 2x less than or equal to 5 because y minus 2 times x. This one is y minus 1/2 x less than or equal to 5. This is y plus 2x less than or equal to 5. And this is y minus, y minus 1/2 x plus 2 times x and plus 1/2 x, there we go, less than or equal to 5. Okay. The problem is that these answer choices are not in y form. Okay, I got to solve for y to get the correct answer. I need one that when I solve, it's going to be negative 2x. Well, I can go ahead and eliminate these halves because when I subtract them or add them, I'm still going to have a half, and I don't need that. Now, between these last two, you probably want to check and make sure you did it right. So for this one, I'd say y minus 2x less than or equal to 5. If I add 2x to both sides, I get y less than or equal to 2x plus 5. Well, that's not it because that's positive. It means it has to be C. Plus, it makes sense. When you subtract 2x from both sides, you're going to have a negative 2x. Okay, for question number 3, the first thing you should know I'm going to write is what? This is a special case. If you memorize your special cases, you're done. You know which one it is. If you are confused, one option you could do is you could do a box method for each answer choice. So for the first one, you would say t minus 6 times t minus 6. When I fill it in, I'm going to get t squared minus 6t minus 6t plus 36. So that's going to be t squared minus 12t plus 36. Well, that is not the answer, so that's not going to work. And then I would go to the next problem, etc. Hopefully you memorize your special cases and you know it's B because when I multiply these two, they're going to give me negative 36, and because they're opposite signs, they cancel. So the answer is B. Okay, for 4, it says which graph of the function, so all of them are quadratic functions and they all open up. The first thing I need to do is see where they've all crossed the y-axis. Why? Because they're telling me the y-intercept is 7. This does not touch it at 7. That's not it. This one kind of looks close, but it's not quite, so we'll see. We'll come back to that. Okay. This is definitely not touching it. This is out. These two are out for sure. Now, of the two of them, which one's really crossing at 7? C. Okay, and 5. And I know that on your paper those two were out of order, but there they are. So for number 5, it says the floor of a rectangular cage has a length of 4 feet greater than its width. James will increase both dimensions of the floor by 2 feet. Which equation represents the new area in of the floor of the cage? And you know I'm going to say to what? Draw a picture. Okay, I've got a rectangular cage. The length, 4 feet greater than the width. Length is equal to 4 feet greater than the width. Okay, well, how do you write that? This can be my width. This would be my length. But instead of writing length, what am I going to write? What it's equal to is 4 plus the width. Okay, so this is my old cage. James is going to increase what? Both dimensions. He's increasing both dimensions. By how much? By 2 feet. So in my new rectangle, I've got W plus 2, and I've got 4 plus W plus 2. This is the new rectangle. Well, what does that simplify to? That's the same as saying W plus 6 by W plus 2. Well, what's the question asking? What represents the new area? The new area. Okay, well, how do you find area? Area is length times width. So I need to say W plus 6 times W plus 2. And then I just need to multiply that out. So you can FOIL or you can box method. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and box method. It's going to be W plus 6, W plus 2. So W squared plus 6W plus 2W plus 12. These are going to combine to give me 8W. That is it.